Triumphant Tales is your place for hope and healing, 'cause you got this, girl.
Here's Patricia with a Y with today's episode.
And hello, everybody. Today we are here with Catherine M. Laub, and she has an incredible story of perseverance and recovery that she has to share with you. And it goes back to a dark day back in 2014 when she was in a very dark place. So I'll get you to start from there, how dark it was and how you came through it.
Okay, so first, thank you for having me on your show. I'm very happy to be here. And I would like to share my message starting out with anybody can persevere through anything if they try to. They have to put their mind to it. So in 2014, I had been struggling with a lot of physical ailments. 2 years before then, I had most of my colon removed. So between that, and I call my whole digestive system my disposal system. So my disposal system was not working very well, and I spent most of the time in the bathroom. I really did not have much of a life. So come to 2014, I was trying to help my adult children in physical ways that I was not capable, and I got so stressed out in a fight with my husband. I picked on him, I yelled at him, and I said, you should have been helping me more, where he really was. And he said, you know what, I'm tired of this. No more fighting, we're over, it's done, and that's it. So with that, I grabbed a bottle of pills, and I said the same exact words right back to him. And he held me down for an hour. Ended up calling 911. I was handcuffed and taken in a police car to the hospital. And it was my first and only attempt, but I was hospitalized in 2003 and then again in 2011. So once I knew that I was going to the hospital, I knew things were going to get better. And that's a big message. If you feel that you're not feeling well and you're afraid that you might do something, you get yourself to the emergency room and they will admit you, and it's like you're going down to go up. And I always call my hospitalizations little mini vacations, because when you're there, you don't have to worry about the stress of life. You're there to take care of yourself. And you work individually with the counselors, you work in groups, they have art therapy, and that's actually a goal of mine for the future, to open a store which is going to be spiritually and religious based, but also a drop-in lounge where people could come and sit and relax, do a jigsaw puzzle or creation journaling and vision boards, and make themselves feel whole. And I'll have counselors there so that this way, if they need to talk, they have somebody to talk to. So I'm really praying that I could pull that together, because if you don't want to go to the hospital, it'll be like a stepping stone where you'll get the support that you need. And with all the support that I've received, I've come so far. And starting in 2015, a little more than a year ago, I was presented with the right team of doctors. I had my mental and physical health being taken care of together, which in the past I never really had that. So by ending up in the hospital in 2014, it put me on the right path to healing. And I've written several stories. 4 books were released already, and they're all collaborative books, but I write about my healing journey, both physically and mentally. And I let people know that this is where I've been, but look at where I am. I'm a member of many women's organizations and speakers organizations, and my goal is to help everybody to feel better and to give them an option to have someone to talk to when they're down and know they're not alone.
And that really is so important. I mean, having that right support team in place, and so many people don't realize how connected our bodies are to our minds, and that when we let our bodies fade and fail and we work too hard and stress ourselves out, that can put our minds at risk as well. And so when you do have physical illnesses, you do have to still take care of your mind and your brain, and those stress levels can send you on a downward spiral. Now, as you said, and as you've discovered, that there is help out there to help pull you out of the spiral, but you have to reach out for it. It's not looking for you. You have to reach out for it. So you said that the hospital was an excellent resource for you. Have there been other resources that have been helpful to you in the journey as well?
Well, I have my private therapist that I've been seeing since 2003, so she always puts me in the right direction if I'm not feeling well. And also Catholic Charities. I believe that they are through the United States, and they're a company that you can reach out for. I haven't made my list yet, but I want to put on my website a listing of where you can get help. I don't remember the exact term, but the NAMI, it's a mental illness organization. You can find them online at nami.com, and they have a lot of resources to start with. Your regular medical doctor. In the beginning, when I was first taking medication, it was only through my medical doctor until we realized I really needed help. And like I said, that started 2003 with my first hospitalization. So any kind of a therapist or a counselor that can guide you to the right hospital, the right organization, that would be a great place to start.
Absolutely. And have you had, you've built a business out of your pain and out of your struggle, being in the dark in 2014, and now in 2016, you have the Celestial Spoon, and you have this dream of the cafe where people can come for help. So you've made a huge amount of progress in the last couple of years. Is there something that you would attribute it to, or has it been the support of the people around you more than anything, or was there something inside you that was driving you to, no, this is not the end?
Yes, it's mostly my spirituality. I believe highly in angels, and I communicate through angels psychically, and I give messages to everybody else. But around about a year ago, I got a message from my angels telling me you have to share your story because it's so strong, and you have to prove that you can come through this. So my spirituality has been a big basis for a lot of everything that I work with. But I do have the support of my husband. As I said, it was because of a fight with him, but it was a spur-of-the-moment type thing, and we've gotten so much closer since then, and things are so much stronger. We work together, we communicate well. He's not feeling well now, actually. He has bronchitis, so we spent yesterday at the hospital, and I'm used to him taking care of me, and I just feel a little bit weird not knowing what to do for him.
Yeah.
So, I also have my 3 adult children that we did a turnaround. My last story I wrote was being worthy of respect, because they didn't respect me for how my illness was making me treat them. At times I was a horrible mother, and I'm ashamed to say it, but I know it was my illness. And I've come very far. I'm on the right medications, the right treatments. And my support system was just wonderful. Once I joined the organizations, especially the Women's Prosperity Network, all of the women in the network are there for me. They know my story, and they're so happy that I share it, because something sparks in them saying, wow, I have to think about this. Do I have times that I really should be reaching out? And some of them have reached out to me already.
And that's awesome. Thank you so much. So that is Catherine Laub, and the secrets are support, faith, and medication if you need it. So there you have it. There are ways to get through the mental blocks and the mental illness that you might be going through as a result of, life can be stressful and there are triggers. So support and faith and medication can be the clues to get you through that. Thank you so much for joining me. And I am just thrilled that you are sharing the story because it is so important, whether it is mental illness or toxic abusive relationships. When we talk about the hard things, everything else in life becomes easier. Don't you find?
Oh, most definitely.
Absolutely.
I feel like everything is coming to me so smoothly and so easily now. It helps me feel so much better.
Yeah, and I do find that when we get over that shame, when we get over the embarrassment, we find that there's a whole lot more people that we connect with, that in the times when we're in the darkness, we're so lonely and we think we're the only ones in the world going through it. And when you do reach out, you find that A, you're not the only one, and B, there are so many people that love you and care about you and can help you to come out of that spiral.
Triumphant tales is your place for hope and healing, 'cause you got this, girl.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Triumphant Tales. While you're still pumped up from this episode, be sure to write down your Triumph task and connect at patricia.com for this week's Triumph tools. Until next time, stay safe and think free.